Hello, beautiful creatures of my world. Welcome back to Coffee with Kerri-Lynn. Every time I hit record, everybody got to do something. If I'm sitting here by myself, very quietly contemplating, if I'm knitting, if I'm outlining the show for the day, not a soul goes by the minute I hit record. Everybody got to go to town. We are having sweatshirt weather in the Crown of Maine. It's going to top out at 67 degrees. Fall is coming, ladies and gentlemen, beautiful creatures of my world, guys and ghouls. And we're going to have a lot of cool videos coming up for everybody. I hope you're all having a beautiful day wherever you might be out there, having a day filled with fabulosity and dang good coffee, because we all need dang good coffee to get through our days. We deserve it. We deserve good coffee. We have a lot of cool videos coming up. This weekend, I will be picking off the jewel weed and we will be doing a video. This video's got to be done in 2 parts. So we will pick off the jewel weed and we will make jewel weed oil. And I think I'm going to do that on Sunday, provided that there's no rain. It takes 3 weeks to ferment the oil to get all the goodness from the jewel weed infused into the oil, and then we will be making jewel weed salve. We're going to be making comfrey salve. I make my comfrey salve toward the end of October, mid to end of October, and we'll start picking the comfrey. Again, I do 3 runs of comfrey, 1 in the beginning of the summer, 1 in the middle of the summer, 1 at the end of the summer. So I will be doing that, and we'll be making horehound cough drops. The horehound looks absolutely gorgeous this year. Elderberries. I think I have enough elderberries to do elderberry juice, elderberry syrup, and elderberry jam videos with everybody. What else are we going to do? We might do some canning. Not quite sure. We didn't do a huge garden this year, and we did a lot of tomatoes. The king of his castle, the laird of the man himself, was into his prize tomatoes this year, and then tragedy struck this weekend. We went to the potato feast in Holton. Absolutely great. We did the little craft show at the Common. We did the farmer's market, did a little cheat with I had a donut, an Amish donut. It was kind of a cheating day for me because y'all know I'm on that no sugar added diet, and sometimes it drives me bonkers. We have 1 cheat day a week, and where we go to a restaurant, and I just cheat all day long, and I get a little bit of sweet, but then I feel crappy the next day. But I got my donut at the farmer's market. Then we got home, and the Golden Girls had gotten into the tomato patch. Took a bite out of every single damn tomato. Absolutely decimated the tomato patch, and I felt bad for the king of his castle, the laird of the man himself, also known as my husband. And the Golden Girls were almost put on the table for dinner. Oh gosh, it is disheartening when the birds get into anything this late in the season, because it's not like you can start again. The season's just about over. So there you have it. That happened. The Golden Girls struck, and he almost struck them. And life is fun on the homestead. They are the most beautiful, beautiful birds that we have. They're golden wheatons. They're gold and gray. They're absolutely gorgeous. And I think that their beauty saved them. I felt bad for them. About 6 years ago, I had a bunch of birds get into my herb garden and destroy herbs that I had been growing for 6 or 7 years. So that was... I know what he feels like with his tomatoes, and it was just kind of like a sigh, and we know it was the Golden Girls because they showed him exactly how they got in. He went in the patch, and then they snuck in. It's not funny, Kerri. It's not funny, but it's so painful. You gotta laugh about it. So we lost most of the tomatoes, so we will not be canning tomatoes this year. Welcome to life on the homestead. People have also been asking for more knitting videos. We are going to be doing knitting videos. These things just take time to happen. And fall is really, really busy for us on the homestead. So I can't promise when those videos are coming. But we will be making mittens. Beginner mittens. We're going to start with beginner stuff and then go on to the more experienced knitting things that we can do, like color work and cabling and stuff like that. But let's get everybody used to knitting, I guess. I did homesteading socks. They're on this channel. They're under the knitting, what do they call it? The knitting tab, the knitting category. And so they're there for your enjoyment, and you can make the same socks that we wear on the homestead in the winter. They're just casual kickback slippery socks. Nothing complicated, and I take you through it step by step. So we'll be doing some more of that. Now, for today's show, we're going to be talking about Becca Scoops versus Gypsy Rose Blanchard. There's a thing happening if you're following the Gypsy Rose drama saga, and it is a good thing. You see, Gypsy Rose Blanchard, she came out of prison, and she had TV deals with Lifetime. She had book deals. She came out a celebrity, and she decided she was going to be an influencer. And so she got on the social media, and she started making videos, and kids started following her and admiring her. And everybody wanted Gypsy's story to be a success. And it is not. During the course of her couple-year parole there, she bullied people by proxy with her entourage, her little clique, her friends, who are more after fame than her friendship, but whatever. And when she first came out, the media made her a little darling. The spotlight in the media died off on her, literally. She's not a thing anymore. She's a thing in her own mind. But she's not a big celebrity that she wanted to be. She's trying all these different things. She's stealing people's TikTok names, their Instagram names, their channel names. She's trying to put YouTubers off of the YouTube. She's just a horrible, miserable human being. She's a psychopath. And she claims that everybody's bullying her, and then she makes videos that bully other content creators. They have bullied people in the comment section that don't agree with Gypsy Blanchard. And by they, I mean her bullies by proxy. Her little clique there. Becca Scoops has had enough. And I'm going to link everything to Becca's channel in my description box below, so y'all can get there and do your thing. What Becca Scoops is trying to do is bring the media spotlight back onto Gypsy as she is now. You see, the lights have faded. The 15 minutes of infamy are basically over for her. And the news came out and said, pretty much over the last few years, this is a penitentiary to successfully humaning in the real world, and it's not. And when things took a turn, the media decided that they were going to close their eyes to what was really going on in the Gypsyverse. And they don't want to report on the truth. And Becca Scoops is trying to get the truth out there, because Gypsy Rose Blanchard should not be admired by children. And a lot of parents are unaware of what their children are doing online, what they're watching on the TikTok, what they're watching on YouTube, what they're doing on social media. And the tweens have really started looking up to and admiring Gypsy Rose Blanchard. And she is a schmurderer, plain and simple. She plotted the demise of her mother. She has lied about her mom, allegedly, having Munchausen's. Her mother did not, that we know of. She was never diagnosed with it. You have to diagnose a living human being with Munchausen by proxy. You cannot diagnose after the demise of a person that they had Munchausen's by proxy. It doesn't work like that. It was all a concoction by Gypsy Rose Blanchard's lawyers to get her an easy sentence. She was 23 years old when she offed her mother. She was able to walk. She was able to be a human being. She could have walked out of her mother's life, but instead she decided that she was going to off her mother, came up with the elaborate plot to do it. Got a severely handicapped or mentally handicapped young man to Nick Godejohn to help her carry out the dirty deed. He has autism. He was on permanent disability. He has a very low IQ, and he agreed to the offing. Becca Scoops wants justice for DeeDee. Becca Scoops wants the entire story to be told, not the fairy tale that is going on online. And people do think Gypsy Rose Blanchard is living a fairy tale. She made a huge mistake. Thou shalt not kill. She made a huge mistake. And they saw her get 10 years for the plotting of her mother's demise, serve 8 years, come out of prison with the book deal, come out of prison with a TV show, and the media wants to ignore the facts of the case. I mean, she can't be tried again for double jeopardy. But they want to ignore all the facts of the case. They want to ignore the hellacious behavior that's been all over TikTok, YouTube, Instagram by Gypsy Rose Blanchard. The bullying she's done to content creators, to people who comment in her comment section that don't like her, the bullying that's been done. She claims all the influencers, all the TikTokers, all the true crime channels that cover her are bullying her. She's stolen people's channel names, little modification here, little modification there. She's tried to be a mommy vlogger. She's tried to be a fitness guru. She's tried a bunch of crap on these platforms, and she's not gaining any traction because people are seeing, they're seeing through the mess. They're seeing through the mess that is Gypsy Rose Blanchard. And Becca Scoops wants media attention on the facts of Gypsy Rose Blanchard's case. She wants people to understand that your children should not be following this woman. That if you're a mom and you're looking for mom advice, you should not be taking advice from an alleged psychopath. In my opinion, there's not much good about Gypsy Rose Blanchard. That's my opinion. I don't think she should be able to profit at all from the dirty deed she did at causing her mother's demise. And I don't think anybody should be following her on social media because she is damaging. And she does bully content creators by proxy of her clique. And I've seen it. And I've seen Gypsy bully content creators herself just as of a couple weeks ago. Poking fun at content creators. And one of those content creators just delivered the facts. Never poked fun at Gypsy, never called her names, just would always present the facts. And she was the first content creator in Gypsy's little let's make fun of content, the people that do content on me. She was the very first one that Gypsy made fun of. Gypsy is a I can do unto thee, but don't you do unto me type of person. And yeah, I think it's going to bear fruit. If local media, if national media puts the spotlight on the inconsistencies of the Gypsy Rose Blanchard case, the facts. Not the facts that our lawyers ran through the courtroom. The absolute facts of the case, because this woman is out there trying to influence your children, and she shouldn't be allowed near any children. She shouldn't be allowed to influence people at all, because she's dangerous. And you can see it when you see the information that Becca Scoops is putting out there. You can see that allegedly Gypsy Rose Blanchard has some issues, and she's dangerous. She's dangerous to the general public, in my opinion. That being said, what is your opinion of what is going on? If you know everything about what's going on Becca Scoops' channel, if you know everything about the movement to get the truth about Gypsy Rose Blanchard and her case, get some justice for DeeDee, that would be Gypsy's mom, into the public focus, let me know your opinions in the comment section below. And the question is, how do you feel about the movement that Becca Scoops is trying to start up to get some justice for DeeDee Blanchard, who Gypsy could have just walked out of her life, but chose instead to end her mother's life? I'd really like to know. So drop it in the comments below. Be the kindness that you want to see in the world. And as always, beautiful creatures of my world, Carpe Diem, because no one promised you a tomorrow.